So you have no experience, but you want to learn how to code, and you got all these options as far as just programming languages. You see a lot of them that you're interested in, but you're curious on, can you get a job? How hard it is. You got all these different variables you're trying to determine to find out what best programming language out there and what's going to be the one that's going to get you that job, get you that high side hustle, get you the money you want to live the lifestyle you want. Well, I'm going to cover these the programming language in this video. Watch this video. Let me explain. All right, guys, I got 3 different categories. I'm going to divide these programming languages. I got you guys an example here. And the first category I'm going to actually line out for you guys is the introductory type of languages. Introductory type of languages is the languages that's going to allow you to learn how to program fast, get your toe in the water, get you to learning programming really fast, guys. And the first one of those 3 in our first category is Python. That's the most popular one that you guys see. Python is a good programming language for beginners, get you to training, and they got some opportunities so that you can get some high demand projects or jobs as well, guys, in a lot of areas, including AI, data modeling, and all that. It's a good back-end development programming language, guys. Gonna put you in position so that you can actually get money real fast with Python. You just gotta know how to navigate that market. All right, number 2 that's actually in the introductory category is JavaScript, guys. Everything or most things that you see on the internet is probably the front end is gonna be JavaScript. Very popular, been around for a while, high demand. The jobs are not as prevalent because there's higher competition, but they still exist, guys. Everything need a front end. You need to be able to update things. You need things to be modern, and you got to be flexible so that, hey, I can show the same interface from a tablet, a phone, and a computer. JavaScript, CSS, and HTML gonna do that, but we'll just keep all that in JavaScript. The last one, the third one in this category is PHP, guys. A lot of freelance, a lot of WordPress, a lot of stuff that you see on the internet is using PHP. Very lightweight language, been around for a while, and it's gonna actually put you in a position so that you can learn fast. And there's a ton of tutorials on YouTube that's gonna allow you guys to do this. But introductory languages, primarily, very lightweight, give you some really quick knowledge and put you in a position so that you can get a job fast. So do me a favor, guys. What have your experience been with any of these programming languages that we've discussed so far? Have you struggled with them? Are these some good introductories for you? Let's start a conversation in the comment section, guys, so that we can figure out what you guys are doing so that we can get you guys on the right track. All right, guys, our number 2 category, I'm gonna call these enterprise level languages. These are the languages that you're gonna actually start to see in a lot of industry areas. They got their place depending on what you're building, depending on what you're working on. I'm gonna call these the enterprise level languages. And the first one I'm gonna start with is Java, guys. Java has been around forever. Oracle use it, SAP use it, all the big boys use it. I'm gonna throw an honorable mention in there, Apex. It's a version of Java that Salesforce use. So if you know Java, you're gonna learn Apex as well. I'll just kind of put them in that little bowl together. It's a very, very, very useful enterprise language. Number 2, C#, guys. Number 2 in this particular category, C# is gonna allow you guys to really start to leverage those Microsoft tools, that .NET framework. Microsoft has a very large enterprise, especially over here in America, footprint. A lot of programming languages use that C# technology, all that good stuff, guys. Very, very good footprint. And then you start to get into the C languages, C++ and C. If you get into any kind of high-powered, really performance-based programs, C is going to be used for a lot of that, guys. C++ as well. You need that high performance, that OS level stuff. You start to get into the vehicles and the dashboards and things like that. High performance. You're gonna see a lot of C, a lot of stuff there, guys. And also C# is gonna be a lot of the actual gaming as well. So I wanted to kind of mention that. Last but not least, guys, I like to throw this in the enterprise bucket as well. It's going to be SQL, SQL. I know you guys don't think of it as a traditional programming language, but it's very critical, especially when you start to store data, CRUD apps. You're going to need places to store that massive amounts of data. SQL is going to be the way to go, guys. I'm going to put you in that position to win. So you may be wondering, right, which of these programming languages are going to be right for you? We talk about that in my 7-step guide. Links are below for that free 7-step guide. And if you already go ahead and sign up and enroll in my 30-day course, we let you know which programming language is going to be right for you so that you can go at the pace to get the job that you want, guys. So all those are in the description box below. So check those goodies out, guys. All right, guys, the bucket number 3 is other languages. What I mean by other languages, they may not necessarily be as prevalent of the other 2 that we talked about, but they still got a good footprint. Swift, any iOS development there. You're going to have to be able to learn Swift, and you're going to be able to have to really do a lot of OS development. Back in the day, that used to be Objective-C. You still see a lot of that around, but most of that's being converted over to Swift. Visual Basics, another one, guys. A lot of things you used to see with C# at Microsoft, you still see a lot of Visual Basic around, and depending on the actual platform, what their roadmap are, you're gonna still do a lot of development there. And last but not least is Go, guys. A lot of Google related programming, you're gonna use Go. A lot of that West Coast, a lot of those tech companies like to use Go as well. You're gonna see a lot of that when you are actually in the job market. But at the end of the day, guys, these 3 buckets is there to set the expectation of what you need to do with that particular programming language. One thing you're going to find out pretty quick, depending on the programming language, depending on the use case, depending on what the company wants you to do with it, it really comes down to what the job market is looking like, what you need to do, what you want to do, how fast you need it. You're going to have to pick the programming language that's right for you. The good news is the fundamentals is the fundamentals. The problems are the problems. It's just a matter of learning the syntax of that particular language to be able to solve the problem. And some language have a lot more of a footprint to configure, to write, and have a lot more code to write. But the ones that don't have as much footprint, it's probably not as powerful or performance, or not geared to actually share code and put in an enterprise environment. But at the end of the day, guys, it's up to you to get started. A lot of options. I know you got a lot of options, and you're probably wondering, Rod, you're throwing a lot of stuff at me. I need some help. I need some direction. Come on over here, guys. Let's join our community and get the free 7-step guide so that you can join the community, so you can get that clarity, guys. And also, we get on to the details in my 30-day developer course, guys. Links below to all of that, and it's going to help you guys get in a position to win. Like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, comment below. And like always, guys, we got a lot of stuff going on with the channel, so go ahead and subscribe so that you can be up to date and you can have everything you need. And we're gonna make sure we put you in a position to win. So I'll put a link to the 7-step guide here on the screen for you guys. And at the end of the day, if you don't take anything from this video, just make sure to get started. I know I threw a lot of stuff at you guys today. That's how I wanted to put them into 3 categories, because we covered about 10 programming language, but I gather them into 3 categories. So if you're first learning, you probably want to go with one of the first 3. If you are trying to find a job and you're looking to a specific market, that's when the enterprise level stuff comes. And then the third one is more just some programming language you're going to see all the time. May not necessarily be sponsored by a ton of programming or tech companies, but the key there is they have a backing or a specific purpose in the market. And I want you guys to kind of know that based off of those criteria, you should be able to prioritize what programming language is right for you guys. So again, I'll put a link to my 7-step guide here on the screen, and I want you guys to check that out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.